We're living in a world of great technology, and we have little little pedals that can actually deliver the sound of a real amplifier, pretty much. And today we're gonna take a look at 4 different pedals in this category. Of course, I want to thank strumentimusicali.net that gave me the chance to make this video comparison. If you want to help me out though, you can subscribe to the channel and give a like to this video to help me out with this algorithm. And without further ado, let's proceed with the unboxing. Okay, so let's go check out quickly the sounds of these stomps, pedals, amplifiers, whatever you want to call it. So we'll start with the Iridium because I think it's the benchmark. It's one of the first that came out, and actually it's really popular. And yeah, we have 3 different amplifiers that you can select with this switch. So we have a round amplifier that basically it's like a Fender Deluxe Reverb, really clean, really nice. And a really nice thing, we have a room controls that helps us to give more 3-dimensional sound, so it's just like a room reverb. You can hear that. Of course, I'm just using the Strymon directly into my audio interface. It's in stereo, so really nice sound. And yeah, this is pretty much the clean tone. And then if you turn up the gain, it will get a little bit more angry, let's say. In a really nice, pleasing way. And then we have 3 different IR. This was the first one. Then we have this one. Or... Alright, so... So there's not a lot of gain on this amplifier model, but still you can definitely hear that some nice chime, some nice breakup. And of course we can change the EQ, that's pretty cool. If we turn up the treble a little bit. More. Or middle. There's one thing about Strymon pedals, it's that basically whatever EQ or stuff you're doing, it's really hard to mess up and make an awful sound. For example, if I'm just put all the bass and a little bit middle and treble, the sound is still usable. Yeah, there's too much bass, but you know what I mean. I mean, it's extreme. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that you can't really do a lot of mistakes. The sound is pretty much there, and it sounds good. Changing the amplifier model, we have the chime amplifier. That's basically kind of a AC30 type of amplifier. You can definitely hear that's more bright. It has more chime, actually. And if we turn up the gain, that will be really angry. I really like this amplifier model on the Iridium. is another IR, and this is the third IR. I mean, this was the first, the A IR. Really nice indeed. So you have a lot of variety of sounds. This one almost clean actually. Okay. And then will be gradually more angry. Okay. So really nice amplifier model. And then the punch one, so it's Marshall, my favorite kind of amplifier actually. It's a Marshall Plexi, so it's still clean on low gain settings, as you can hear. But then if we turn up the gain, and then we have a little bit more. So there's a lot of gain. So basically with this one pedal you have a lot of different tonal possibilities that you can get. So yeah, let's move on to the next pedal. Okay, the second pedal we're gonna take a look today is the Walrus Audio ACS1, and it's really similar in concept to the Strymon Iridium, but has one major difference, and that's that you can do a stereo setup with two different amplifiers, like two completely independent amplifier and IRs. So we have again three amplifiers, the Fullerton, London and Dartford model. That's basically will be the first, it's the Fender, the second is the Marshall, but this time we have a kind of a blues breaker, so it's less gainy, way less gainy amplifier, and then the Dartford that's supposed to be the AC30 inspired tone. Again, we have similar controls with bass, middle and treble, and then we have the volume control and the gain control. So not much of a difference in terms of controls. We have again the room, so pretty much same things that I've said before about the Strymon. Again here the room control, maybe a little bit less with this one, it's fine. But you know, it's a matter of taste. But the major difference, okay, again, we have the cabinet here, same concept of the Strymon, so we have, you know, three cabinets for each of the amplifier that we're gonna take a look. And then this is the core, the big difference between this one and the Strymon. So we have the this switch in the center position. Basically the tone we're gonna create will be the same with in the two channels, left and right. But for example, if we now put the switch in the left control, we can, for example, select the London amplifier. Okay, so you will hear in the left audio signal, you will hear the Marshall kind of amplifier. I will turn up the gain. With this tone, maybe we'll change the cabinet, for example. Okay, this one, I don't know. And then I will select the right signal, and so here we will select, for example, the Dartford with, you know, maximum gain, and we'll change the, okay, I like this IR, for example. So basically, if you want, you can do completely stereo signal with two different amplifiers. One may be more crunchy, the other one less crunchy, and with two separate inputs as well. So it's basically like having two different pedals. The only thing that maybe I can complain a little bit is that you don't have much of gain on this amp. I mean, here the gain is pretty much dialed up, so this pedal is not enough if you want to have really crunchy tones. So for that matter, I will turn on the Soul Food to have more gain. Okay, so now you can hear there's way more gain. I'm using just an overdrive. So the thing is that it's a different concept. I think that Walrus wanted to do more clean pedal platforms. So if you want to have more distorted tones, you have to use your favorite overdrive and distortion pedals to get, you know, a really rock and hard rock guitar tones. Let's move forward with the next pedal. Okay, the Ruby by Universal Audio is just being released, and it's like just a Vox AC30 kind of amplifier. So just one amp, but it's really, really well made. It's really accurate, and basically you will find all the controls that you will find in the actual amp on the pedal. So we have a channel selector switch here, so we can select between the top boost channel or normal channel or the vibrato channel as well. So we have also vibrato here, and it's really, really cool indeed. Regarding the EQ, it's a little bit different, because if you are familiar with an AC30, you know that you will have a bass and a treble control that will be active just on the top boost channel, and regarding the normal channel you will have just the cut knob to reduce the height. So basically it's just like the amp but on the pedal. And then we have a volume control that's basically the gain. The output is just like a master volume. Then we have the boost, so we can select and adding a boost. We have two different boosts. You have the Dallas Range Master on the normal channel and the EP booster, I guess, if I remember correctly, on the top boost channel. So it will be a little bit more mid-rangey and not that harsh. We have the room control as well. As you can see here, we can choose between the amp knob functions, so we can adjust bass, treble and the boost control, and if we put Alt, this will be the top labels here, so the room control, the speed and the intensity of the tremolo. So of course, yeah, we have three different cabinets. We don't have IRs, so these cabinets are pretty much the same technology of the aux ones, so they are really accurate, really nice, but you can't upload your own IRs. So it's just like Universal Audio World, and maybe some of you can complain about that, but that, I mean, this works pretty nice. So regarding the tones, there's a lot of different tones we can achieve. Pretty much all the tones you can achieve with the Vox AC30, just like more clean stuff, okay? And then, of course, if we cut down the cut, if you turn down the cut control, okay, like that, it will be pretty much no cut, and if we cut everything, it will be really dark, all right? The magic of this pedal, I think, it's came out. I mean, you can find the magic on this pedal when you turn up the volume, because it's really accurate. I mean, the amount of work that's been done to recreate all the nuances that you will have on a real valve amplifier is really astonishing, because there's something about it, it's really three-dimensional, and the more gain, the more feel like a real amplifier. I don't know, there's a lot of stuff going on. I mean, it feels real and it sounds amazing. So this was pretty much all turned up. This is a great sound. It's really amazing. And then if we want, we can also add a boost on top. So this should be pretty much the Brian May setup with the normal channel and then the Dallas Range Master. So, I mean, the infamous riff that I played already. And then if we choose to play with the top boost channel, the tone will be pretty different, really high, so we will cut a little bit the high frequencies here. Turn down the bass a bit. All right. Really nice. Then the room control also is really cool. You can hear that here. I mean, it feels like the amp in the room. It's crazy. You can exaggerate that if you want. Too much, but just to let you hear the quality of that, it's really cool. And then we have the tremolo. We can of course change the intensity and the speed. All right, so you have that as well. So the three different IRs. And then if you register the pedal, you will have additional 3 cabinet simulation. They are not really IRs, you know, the universal audio stuff. Really nice indeed. My favorite one is the first one, although I think it sounds really good. By the way, I'm really surprised about the quality of this pedal. It's amazing. It's not, I mean, I'm not surprised because I know that Universal Audio does great stuff, but this time it feels like really nice under the fingers as well, and it's a really cool pedal for sure. Okay, the NUX Amp Academy, it's not really in the same ballpark of the other pedals, but there's a lot of people asking me to try out this model, so I said, yeah, why not? And yeah, it's not really the same thing. This is more of a part of the NUX, it's called NUX, I guess, MG30 or something like that, like the modeler stuff. So it's more like a reduction of the modeler, so it's more as a selection of thing without all the, you know, all the options and that. So it's a more direct approach. And this one has a lot of amplifiers. Actually, you have 6, but then you can get 6 more with the editor. So you will have 12 different amp simulations. And we have more controls, as you can see. We have gain, master, EQ. We have also the presence control, a boost, noise reduction, and then the reverb as well. But I can't really access the reverb with, I mean, maybe I didn't understand how to do it, but I think you have to select that with the editor first and then maybe tweak them. I'm not really sure. Regarding the foot switches, you can select the 2 different channels. It's a little bit noisy. I don't understand really why, because it's the same setup of the other pedals, so it's a little bit noisy, especially with high gain tones. And then you can select different scenes. Regarding the tones of, yeah, you have A, B. So A, it's like vintage, classic, and modern, and the B, it's brown, red, and iridium. That's basically 3 more cleanish amplifier and 3 high gain ones. It doesn't sound bad at all. I mean, it's not bad. I don't know why it's so noisy. Don't really understand. But the sound is good. Maybe yesterday it wasn't like that, so I'm not really sure about it. Anyway, it sounds good. I think it sounds decent. So this one is a lead modern A. Don't know which amp is that. Because also that it's not really clear on which amp are included. I mean, I'm not using the editor. For sure, if you're using the editor, that will be way easier. But that's why also I'm saying that this one is a little bit different than the others. Also, this one is in mono with this setup, but you have the DI out. The other are not. I mean, the other 3 are in stereo, but without the DI. So it's a little bit different. This is way more inexpensive, however. And then, yeah, we can select the B. It's all right. Then, I don't know, this one. I mean, it's all right. It sounds nice. It sounds okay. I don't want, you know, there's a lot of other videos doing that. The thing is that there's nothing really new or major, like the Universal Audio. It's a completely different thing. The approach is way different. This one is just like, okay, you have a modeler, like a lot of different modelers, but you don't have the display. But the sound and the approach, to me, it's more like that. It's more like a modeler into a, you know, I mean, also the other ones are modeler, but you know what I'm saying? Like the NUX, the Moore, for example, the G200. So it's more like that, but in a more compact version. So regarding the tones, you have a lot of different choices. For example, let's see, this one, it will be the more cleanish one. Let's hear if I'm using the Soul Food as well. What's going on? Sounds good, actually. sounds really good. I mean, the tones are quite nice. Also, the IRs are by Chop Tones, so really good quality IRs. But let's say that the experience of use, it's not as fun as the other, especially the Universal Audio one. It's really, really like you're feeling almost like you're playing with the amp. So this one, it's a little bit different. It's more like in that other fashion. Anyway, let's move on with the video. Okay guys, let me know in the comment section down below which one was your favorite. I want to thank again strumentimusicali.net that gave me the chance to make this video comparison. Of course, you can find all the links in the description down below regarding price, availability and more specifications regarding the 4 pedals. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing to my channel. It really helps me out. And I think that's pretty much for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time. Ciao!